the sun sinks into the horizon on another smoky day in the Pacific Northwest, the lights come up and the stage is set for a titanic clash in the USL's Western Conference, a showcase matchup this week between Portland Timbers 2 and Orange County SC. And with that, we look at the standings currently in the USL's Western Conference as both of these teams jockey for playoff positioning. Orange County SC in second place on 47 points. Portland Timbers 2 5 back on 42 with a chance to jump into third tonight with a victory here at home. We welcome you into the broadcast booth here in Portland, Oregon at Merlo Field alongside two-time MLS Cup champion Nat Borchers. I'm Fletcher Johnson. Nat, we expect to see some fireworks tonight between two teams who play an entertaining style of soccer and like to put up goals.
Yeah, and both teams, Fletcher, are in a good run of form. 3 games in a row for both sides. I am so excited about this clash of the Titans in terms of the attacking prowess for both teams. The attacking pieces that both coaches have put onto this pitch are very exciting, so it should be a fun one to watch.
We look at the players who have created this success for both sides, and it's the players up top. You got the top 2 goal scorers in USL in the starting 11 tonight.
And if you look at Foster Langsdorff, he's energetic, he's raw, he's youthful. On the other side, there's Enna Voltson. He's smooth on the ball, he's experienced, but both players are clinical in their finishing and they're smart. I look for their runs into the channels, into the box tonight. It's going to be fun.
As always, these two players would tell you the reason they're successful is the players around them that are setting them up, and that leads us into our players to watch. And we'll start off with the visitors, Orange County SC, a name familiar to longtime Timber supporters, Michael Seaton, who spent a couple seasons in Portland, 4 total in MLS, brings another attacking piece to this team.
Yeah, Michael Seaton will bring speed and athleticism to this attack. His finishing touch has gotten much better since leaving Portland, as is his understanding of spacing. I really like his partnership, though, with Enna Voltson up top. Watch for their movement off the ball.
14 caps with the Jamaican national team for Michael Seaton. Meanwhile, for T2, a player familiar as well, back after a year and a half out on loan with Belgrano and Estudiantes, Lucas Milano getting his first start since October 23rd of 2016.
And Milano will be looking to get back into form, and he brings a lot of experience and he brings speed to this attack, which they've lacked since losing Victor Arboleda earlier on this season. And I think that it's really going to be important for his partnership with Foster Langsdorff to really go one-on-one together tonight.
T2's 3-match win streak that they come into tonight with, their longest since the end of the 2016 campaign. Meanwhile, Orange County SC 7 unbeaten. They have not lost since July 7th. Something has to give tonight. These two squared off back on August 1st, a 2-2 draw. Who will emerge victorious this evening? We'll get you starting lineups and the opening kick from Merlo Field here in Portland, Oregon after this. Just 7 matches left after tonight for T2 as they continue their chase for the playoffs here at the end of the 2018 season. And in action tonight against a team above them in the standings, Orange County SC. Let's go ahead and get you the starting lineups before we get to kickoff. We'll start off with the visitors, Orange County. Luis Lopez gets his 5th start in goal this season on loan from LAFC. Meanwhile, Aiden Quinn leads this team with 9 assists, 6 goals to go along with it for this Orange County side.
Yeah, Fletcher, I'm really going to be looking at Quinn and Duke in the central midfield of this OCSC lineup because they're the engines of this team. They're going to be breaking up those attacks from T2, and they're going to be looking to spring the counterattack going forward.
Meanwhile, for Portland Timbers, too, some familiar faces obviously in the lineup. Renzo Zambrano scored a goal in the last 2 games straight, and Tomas Konechny making his 2nd appearance with T2 this season.
And Renzo Zambrano not afraid to shoot from distance. He's going to be pumping them in from long distance, and I think it's going to be fun to watch Konechny tonight. How active can he be early in the game, and then defensively, how early does he get back and get in the right positions?
Portland Timbers 13-10-3 on the season, 42 points. Orange County SC 14-6-5 on 47. Farhad Dadko's our head referee, blows his whistle, and we are underway here in Portland, Oregon at Merlo Field on the campus of the University of Portland. Fletcher Johnson and Nat Borchers here with you this evening. Orange County, as we mentioned, 7 unbeaten going back to July 7th. Meanwhile, Portland Timbers 3 unbeaten, a road victory over Swope Park, and then home victories against San Antonio midweek last week, and then against Seattle Sounders 2 on the weekend, a resounding 4-1 win that saw both Foster Langsdorff and Renzo Zambrano named to the USL Team of the Week for Week 23. So the stage is set for what is certainly a showcase matchup here in USL this evening between Portland and Orange County.
And you really have to like the run of form both teams are in, Fletcher, because how often do we get to see both teams coming off 3-game winning streaks? And the reasons they're coming off 3-game winning streaks, obviously, I think is goals. Both teams have been able to score goals. Both teams have goal scorers at their behest, which is just so important to have in a league like this.
Lucas Milano opening up his legs, can't quite get to that ball forward as Lopez collects, and Orange County passes along the back line. You mentioned it, Nat, 49 goals for Orange County so far this season, which is 2nd in the league, 46 for T2, which is 3rd best in the league, as the fouls committed by Andre Lewis just inside Orange County's attacking half.
And we're already getting to see a little taste of the possession game from OCSC. Not afraid to play out of the back, not afraid to possess the ball, control the ball. T2 is going to want to press them. They're going to want to try to get a little bit of pressure on them. It's going to be difficult. They've already shown OCSC that they can break lines with their passing.
And if Olson keeps it in front of Zambrano, plays it out wide. Cross comes into the box and cleared away by Portland, only as far as the corner of the box where Marvin Loria picks it up on the far side. And then Adrian Dispe clears out to midfield. Nice touch by Lucas Milano, his first real action this evening. Is able to hold up play and help Portland release a little bit of the pressure here early.
And typically Lucas Milano likes to play on the wing. We're looking at him in this formation starting up top, but I think he's going to be, flaring out to the wing, trying to make some of those channel runs and really trying to break down that back line for OCSC.
Interesting to note as well, we take into consideration as this one comes in over the top and controlled nicely by Cronale, that Lucas Milano in this formation has displaced where Foster Langsdorff has experienced a lot of his success playing up top. Now Langsdorff withdrawn just underneath Lucas Milano. How does that affect the way he'll want to play tonight and what he's able to do?
I think defensively it's going to be interesting just to watch how he gets connected with that midfield. How he, like I said, OCSC is a team that likes to possess. They like to get numbers in the midfield, so they're going to have to T2 bring a guy back in from the forward position, which is going to be Foster Langsdorff.
That ball played behind Aiden Quinn and out for a T2 throw. Was a bad pass from Alex Cronale. Quickly in, Lamar Batista finds Dispe. Now to Lewis. High press.
Look at that pressure. Look at that pressure from OCSC, putting T2 under pressure early on in this game.
Michael Seaton forces Kendall McIntosh to play quickly. Nice header from Nathan Smith. Finds Langsdorff in the center circle. Portland, this is one of the areas in which they've really grown over the course of the season, the ability to release pressure. They struggled with it a little bit early in the year, but they've really gained confidence, and I think a lot of that comes with knowing who your teammates are and getting the chance to play with those guys a little bit more frequently now that you're at this point in the season.
Yeah, certainly you get to know guys a little bit better as the season goes on. I think it's very important as well, the two central midfielders, Renzo Zambrano, Andre Lewis, getting more games together, just getting a better understanding of their movements and their spacing, and they're the engine for this team, you know, as well as Quinn and Duke, so they're going to be very important to this attack tonight.
Quinn sends it down the line to Amico. Amico defended by Batista. Central picks out his man Duke. Duke dispossessed, and Portland brings it the other direction. Konechny, central for Milano, a little bit behind him, but he controls and continues the dribble forward. Duke nearly runs over Farhad Dodko, who was able to keep his feet. Great athleticism by the head referee there. And Orange County clears pressure.
Yeah, it's a little bit open already, we're seeing, but it looks like OCSC putting their foot on the ball a little bit, just want to possess again. And I think that they're doing a good job already, bringing their wingers in, finding some of those little pockets around Zambrano and Lewis. It's going to be important that they get Konechny, they get Loria connected back there in the midfield, or else it's going to be a really tough day for T2 defensively.
Michael Seaton pressured by Dizpay, forced to play back to his center back. Now at the feet of Crunale, whose birthday's coming up on August 27th. He'll turn 24 years old. Now at the feet of Darwin Jones from Chicago, Illinois. Jones dribbling at Lamar Batista. Will go down the line, send the cross in, blocked away by Batista, and out for the first corner kick of the night for Orange County in the 6th minute.
It's just a little bit too easy for Jones to get that ball, turn, and run at that back line. T2 has got to do a better job of getting pressure to Jones when he gets the ball. And we'll see here, Batista does a good job, though, of closing him down, and then OCSC wins the corner kick.
Corner kick will come in from this near flag. Looks like it will be a left-footed in-swinger. Will come in from Aiden Quinn. 9 assists so far this season. Looking to get into double digits here tonight. In towards a penalty spot. Header won by Langsdorff, though Duke keeps possession in the Timbers box before it's eventually collected by Milano. He tries to chip it over the top for Zambrano, cannot do so, and it's out for a T2 throw. In for Zambrano. 2 goals in the last 2 matches for Renzo Zambrano, earns him USL Team of the Week honors for week 23. Both deflected goals that found the back of the net. You take them however you can get them, though. And Zambrano's goal against San Antonio turned out to be the winner in that matchup.
OCSC playing a high line here, winning possession back quickly. As we can see, they're going to be tough to break down tonight.
That's Bierman. Overlapping run from Noah Powder. Cross comes in towards Seaton. Blocked away by Lewis and cleared by Smith. Clearance goes all the way back to Lopez, who recovered from a stress fracture of his right tibia back on February 2nd. Expected to take 6 weeks to recover. Took him a little bit longer, but he's back in the lineup for Orange County. Was actually called up recently by LAFC and back here tonight for this one against Portland. Jones once again attacking it. Batista does well to stick his left boot in and knock it away. Quinn now with it to the near side to an Evelson, who's offside.
We really haven't got a taste yet of the Seaton and Evoldson matchup and pairing that we've seen, and it's been so much talked about throughout the season. Just recently, these guys have just been connecting and just on fire, so I'm expecting to see a lot from these two tonight.
McIntosh with a restart, finds Mojadama. We mentioned the success T2 have had recently. 3 straight wins, including 1 at Sewell Park, home matches against San Antonio and Seattle Sounders too. That's the longest since they won 5 straight to close out the 2016 season. Incidentally, that 5-match win streak nearly got them in the playoffs, if not for a lost tiebreaker with Orange County, who ended up getting in that final playoff spot in 2016. So a little bit of history between these two sides. Certainly not a Cascadia-style rivalry, but been known to get at each other every once in a while.
When you remember those matchups, you know, you remember facing off against certain guys and how the game went, and these guys obviously coming off a 2-2 draw. Definitely you're remembering situations and guys and tendencies you have, and you bring it into games like this.
Mikko cross comes in, dummied on, back post, and a goal. It's Thomas Enevoldsen who finds the back of the net, and Orange County out in front in the 9th minute.
And Enevoldsen showing his scoring prowess here, and this team has been attacking down this right-hand side. Look at that ball, great dummy there in the box, and it's just a clinical finish there in the box from Enevoldsen. 1-0 to OCSC, and you could just see that coming, Fletcher, just based on the attacking that this team has been doing on this right-hand side.
Thomas Enevoldsen, a native of Aalborg, Denmark. First season in the United States, has 11 caps with the Denmark men's national team, and a long career in Europe at the club level, playing in UEFA Cup and other major tourneys, has put the visitors out in front early on.
And they did a great job, OCSC, of getting numbers in the box, getting that ball wide. They're down the right-hand side.
Jones, defended by Batista, cleared away by Jadama, but another corner kick. No, they say it's a goal kick for Portland. So maybe a bit of a bullet dodge there as you look at Darwin Jones making his 4th start of the season. Seattle Sounders Academy product. Attended the University of Washington in last season with the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
That's another good cross there from Jones. Just misses the mark there from the attacking player. But it's a great run there from the midfielder Quinn. I think it just provides so many difficulties defensively when you have runs coming out of midfield. You have Quinn, you have Duke. It's really difficult to pick up if you're Zambrano and Lewis.
Bad goal kick from Kendall McIntosh goes out of play at midfield. T2 haven't looked quite as in rhythm as they did the last couple matches to start. Really dominated the first half in both of the last 2 matches.
And OCSC is just doing a really good job of pulling them apart, picking them apart with just passing, just simple possession, moving the ball quickly, side to side, finding those little pockets, those little areas just to delve into, get the ball back. And T2 just not looking as organized as we're expecting them to be.
And you see there just a second ago, Tomas Konechny kind of shrugging his shoulders, going, I don't know what you want me to do, to his teammates. You have 2 new additions into the starting 11 tonight for T2, Lucas Milano and Tomas Konechny. It was Jack Barmby who started there the other night in place of Konechny, and Carlos Anguiano, the young Salem Oregon product, who was in that attacking midfield position the last couple matches. So how long does it take, especially these front 4, to get on the same page with one another? And another point, Nat, is the fact that we're 12 minutes in, and Marvin Laurie, I don't think, has had a touch in the attacking half.
No, he hasn't. And let's be honest, OCSC has controlled this game up to this point in time. And T2 just can't get a sniff on the ball. Just very difficult for them to close down lanes, win that possession. When they do win the possession, the pressure from OCSC is just so good.
Again, miscommunication. Smith tried to play over the top for Langsdorff and easily cut out by Walker Hume. Headed on by Loria, but can't direct it towards Lucas Milano. Orange County once again back in possession.
But you said it, Fletcher, you know, it's all about just getting used to certain guys, getting used to the way guys play, and very difficult for T2 right now because they just don't have the same consistency.
Lamar Batista touched that back, and then a bit of miscommunication once again as to whether Kendall McIntosh was going to come out and collect. Batista actually stopped running a bit. Jones continued his run. It was going to be a tough angle to score from, though.
Yeah, it's a good ball, though, from Michael Seaton, just a cutting ball in between the lines. Batista expecting Kendall McIntosh to get the ball. Jones really just trying to get on the end of it, and the T2 just looks a little bit uncertain right now, and I think it's going to be important for them to get the ball down and just start playing a little bit more. They got to break that first line of pressure, though, from OCSC.
Konechny controls with his feet, but can't find Batista. And here comes Seaton down the line in front of Lamar Batista. Tries to work his way around him. Batista does well to shield out across the end line.
Yeah, it's well done from Batista. He's seen a lot of interest from this OCSC attack early on in this game. And I think it's going to be important at some point in time to connect to get back and help him defend, because otherwise Renzo Zambrano or Andre Lewis are going to have to get out there and help him, which is going to open up spaces in the middle of the pitch.
And look at Michael Seton, this guy with a chip on his shoulder. We saw last match what his celebration was after one of his 2 goals.
Yeah, you know, he basically took off his shirt, and underneath he had a shirt that had written on it, you don't believe in me, and he said hashtag DC, hashtag Portland. Obviously, you know, he's referring to the clubs he used to play for, and you know, when you're a young player and you don't get minutes somewhere and you're told you're not wanted, you bring that chip on your shoulder to the next place. And I think it's great to see that he has that chip on his shoulder and he's hungry and he's scoring goals.
Jones and Amico once again coming down this near side. Zambrano wearing the captain's armband over to defend, forces the pass back to Quinn. Back to Amico in tons of space. Batista now over to header win by Adrian Diz-Pace. Michael Seton was waiting to put it in the back of the net, and it ends up in another corner kick for the visitors.
OCSC just looking very, very dangerous at this moment. Now you see ball coming in across from Amico, getting forward, getting some space, nobody closing him down, and then just a great play from Diz-Pace to get rid of that ball, because Michael Seton was just chomping at the bit in the back post.
We approach her in the 15th minute now. Talk about the weather here momentarily. It will play a role in this match tonight as Michael Seton wins the header and saved by Kendall McIntosh. Back out to Aiden Quinn. Cronale wins that one, but can't put it on frame. Then Milano only as far as an Eveldson. Cross from Jones blocked, straight back to an Eveldson. Batista eventually knocks it out to touch. And as mentioned, the weather will play a role tonight when we see the first effect that it will have after the replay.
Yeah, and this is just a great header from Michael Seton. Just goes unmarked, and what an incredible save, an important save from Kendall McIntosh to keep this game only 1 goal. Look at it again, a good follow-up there. T2 just not doing a great job defensively on these set pieces.
So the air quality in Portland today is the 3rd worst of a major city in the world. Only Seattle and Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, the air quality was worse in those 2 cities today. But with wildfires raging across Oregon, in Washington and California as well, it's been a big issue here over the course of really the last couple weeks. And so we're going to see air quality advisory breaks every 15 minutes, which will also add on stoppage time at the end of each half. But will be really interesting, Nat, to see how these affect the game, because when you're taking a break every 15 minutes, it can really chop up the match.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Fletch, it's had an effect on my personal life. I haven't been able to take my kids out of the house as much as I would like, so don't get that energy that they need to get outside and be on the playground. But obviously, you look at these players and they're going to be, you know, feeling a little bit of something in the air. It's good that they're taking these breaks. Make sure you get some water, catch your breath. But obviously, it's also a good time to regroup if you're T2. You need to regroup. You need to get yourselves organized. You need to figure out defensively what you're going to do to stop this OCSC team. And you need to get back on the ball. They haven't been able to get any sort of possession against this team.
And in a sense, this break couldn't have come at a better time for Portland, as they were reeling a bit through the first 15 minutes with what Orange County had put out, already in front 1-0 thanks to USL's leading goal scorer, Thomas Eveldson's 15th goal of the season.
And it's no surprise that he found the back of the net early in this game. And you just look at his run in that particular play. I believe it was Bjurman who actually runs over the ball and dummies it for him. And Eveldsson, he's not sitting on the front post. He's not sitting way in the back post. He's sitting in the perfect spot to make a run at the ball. And that's what goal scorers do. And he's obviously scored a lot of goals this year because he's a smart player.
Look at Lamar Batista deciding where he wants to throw in the ball. The 20-year-old Oklahoma City native will go long looking for Milano. Second time in a row he's gone towards Milano. Amico's won the header, but both times straight back out to touch. So T2's moved this down into the attacking third with a couple long throws from Batista.
Yeah, and it's interesting watching this T2 attack. They haven't gotten much of the ball in this end of the field, but it's going to be important that somebody occupies those center backs, because right now Foster Langsdorff is not in that center of that mix, and neither is Lucas Milano. Lucas Milano does, like I said, like to go into those channels, and so it's going to be important that one of those two guys occupies the center backs when the ball is in the attacking third of the field.
High pressure from Portland, as it looks like we'll have to wait and see. Lopez Zambrano central, Milano, and he can't steer it on goal. Lopez was out of his net. A golden opportunity for T2 to tally, or level the tally, I should say, in the 19th minute.
And OCSC just playing around with the ball too much. Zambrano wins it, just plays a quick ball, little ball back in, and Milano trying to get on the end of it. Unfortunately, could do better with that. Needs to get that ball on goal.
T2 pushing numbers higher, though. Milano pressuring down near the corner flag and is able to block the clearance, but it goes out across the end line.
Yeah, we watched Luis Lopez playing for LAFC. We know as a goalkeeper he's comfortable with the ball at his feet, maybe a little too comfortable at times. You know, he almost got himself into trouble playing for LAFC in the particular match that I watched.
We told you there were 2 new starters in the attacking 4, if you will, for Portland. Those 3 that are playing in the midfield, in the attacking midfield, Foster Langsdorff, Tomas Konechny, and Marvin Loria have all switched positions. Konechny's now playing central, Langsdorff out on the right, and Loria out on the left. So we'll see if that provides any life to the Portland attack.
I think some of the issues you come up with when you have a front floor that is fluid, that's moving around, is that when the ball turns over in transition, whose responsibility is it to get back? And I think that's the issue right now that T2 is having defensively, especially when the ball turns over.
Quinn read the Nathan Smith throw well. Portland able to regain possession in their own half. Orange County SC, as we mentioned, so much success over the course of the last month and a half, unbeaten since July 7th. Portland, one of the few teams to earn a result against this side. 7 unbeaten for Orange County as T2 earn a throw down near the corner flag.
And it's pretty obvious why they've been so successful. They've got a lot of experience. They've got a system that players can execute in. And it seems like they've got 2 goal scorers right now, Michael Seaton and Thomas Emmelsson, who really just can't miss the back of the net. And when you have that kind of combination of, you know, they've got a style, they can score goals, and they're organized, it's tough to beat.
Great work tracking back by Andre Lewis to take it off of Michael Seaton. But then his pass finds Joe Amico instead of Marvin Loria. One-touch passing from Orange County, opening up space. Now out to Jones. He'll cross it in only as far as Bjurman. And then eventually McIntosh collects in the air.
Bjurman's done a really good job of overloading things in the box. He's coming over from that left wing. He's making some really hard runs. He's getting into the box, and it's causing all kinds of problems for this T2 backline.
Duke with it at his feet. Central for an Emmelsson, but behind him, and Lewis now out to Loria. Could be a 4v4 if Portland hurry, though Quinn has tracked back. Surprising to see Aiden Quinn, who leads this team in assists, at times seemingly playing along the back line. Konechny gets around his man. Will play out to Loria in space. 2 defenders come over, Amico and Jones. First time cross in. Langsdorff wins the header. Down into the ground and up over the top of the crossbar.
And this is just wonderful play here from Marvin Loria, getting the ball on his left foot, then swinging the ball in the box. He finds Foster Langsdorff back post. Not good marking there from OCSC. Langsdorff's going to want to get that one back because he should put that on net.
Couple opportunities in the last 3 minutes for Portland. Lucas Milano missed a header in the 19th minute. Foster Langsdorff with that chance there in the 22nd.
And as that ball went into the box, Fletcher, I was thinking there just aren't enough players for T2 in there. And Foster Langsdorff comes up on the end of it. And that's just the kind of player he is. He's just smart with his runs. He's going to be first to everything. He's just so difficult to mark.
Marvin Loria, of course, since coming over on loan from Deportivo Saprissa down in Costa Rica and really gaining a role into this team, leads the team in chances created with 41 and an assist with 6 as well. So he, in some senses, even though he plays out on the wing, is one of the guys that stirs the drink for Portland. As he has the ball at his feet here, tries to play Konechny, but behind him and taken away by Duke. Loria likes to get the ball on his favorite left foot when he has the opportunity. And he has been dangerous in free kick positions when he's been able to strike it with that favored left foot.
OCSC just looking so calm on the ball, able to get it, give it, play it side to side, find those entry passes. It's just too easy for him to find it right now. And I think for T2, they've got to figure out a way to get their wingers in a little bit tighter, because OCSC is finding their wingers, in those inverted positions centrally, and it's causing all kinds of overload problems.
Seaton's pass goes wayward, picked up by Loria.
These are the kinds of games when I'm on the back line, I'm like, drop, 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 because you're playing against a team that just knows how to find that final pass, and you just can't get any pressure to them. You got to just get back and try to pick and choose your times to win the ball.
You can see the frustration amongst T2 players with some of the passes that are going wayward, with the miscommunication that's occurring. Played a lot better than maybe they've shown here in the first 24 minutes. But they've looked better here in the last few.
And there's an example there of Jones just being able to get the ball and turn and just run at that back line. It's just way too easy for him, and somebody needs to help out from that T2 midfield to get a little bit of pressure on there.
Konechny controls off his chest in front of Powder. And now to Mo Jadama. Jadama making his 19th appearance and 19th start for T2 this season. 24-year-old from Sierra Kunda, Gambia. Milano's been quiet.
Yeah, and certainly this isn't what I would want to see Lucas Milano getting the ball. I want to see him higher up the pitch, and certainly with the way that OCSC has pressed, there are going to be some spaces in behind to play. The T2 just got to be able to find that ball that just gets over the top and gets into the channel to release Lucas Milano, because he does have speed.
See Orange County certainly keeping their line high, and Portland pressing it as much as they can. Konechny out wide over the top for Batista. Takes a heavy bounce and well over his head. Right idea. Execution was just lacking a bit here in the 26th minute. USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter. Foul called here as T2 quickly take the restart. It was Langsdorff that went down and Bierman who fouled him. Smith cross in, finds a chest of Lucas Milano, but he can't control. And Orange County releases the pressure with a chance to counter if they want. Win to Duke. Duke to Bierman. T2 get numbers back. Orange County already with this 1-0 lead thanks to a 9th-minute goal from Thomas and Evelson.
Good out. Move it. Fucking hell,
Oh, Quinn dispossessed here, and Milano taken down from behind. This will be a yellow card for Aiden Quinn. Our first caution of the match. Been a relatively quiet night for Farhad Dotko so far, but it's Aiden Quinn who goes in the book in the 27th minute. The challenge from behind on Lucas Milano.
And Aiden Quinn just getting dispossessed here right by Renzo Zambrano, and unfortunately for him, has to go in the referee's book because of the challenge. And here we'll see it there. He just gets dispossessed, and Lucas Milano is off to the races. Quinn has no other choice but to take him down. That's certainly a yellow card for the referee. Easy call.
So his free kick will come from good 40 yards out. Loria and Konechny standing over it. Not really a shooting position for Loria. Big bodies forward for Portland, though. Only Nathan Smith and Renzo Zambrano behind the ball. Loria struck a corner kick in the 34th minute the other night that Foster Langsdorff finished off. And T2 find a goal from a set piece once again. Loria will play square to Zambrano. Zambrano waits on it. No. What Zambrano was looking for, and then played out for a throw. A bit disappointing. Maybe something that was worked up on the training ground that didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, certainly. If you're a defensive player from T2 backline, you make that run all the way forward. You want to get some service into the box, and not the right play for T2 in that particular instance. You need to get that ball swung into the box, and you need to get some bodies in there.
Zambrano takes down Michael Seaton. seat, makes his way forward. We're back to action. 29th minute now, nearly a half hour in here at Merlo Field. In case you're just joining us, Fletcher Johnson and Nat Borchers here with you. A 9th minute goal from Thomas Enevoldsen has Orange County out in front, looking to improve upon their 47-point total through 25 matches this season.
That's better pressure there from T2, picking up the right spots, choosing when to pressure the ball. Definitely get on one of those center backs' feet and let him make the play. Don't let the outside back make the play. Don't let the center midfielders make the play. Make the center backs make the play. If you watch the game against Las Vegas Lights, that's what they did. And they weren't successful, obviously, with the scoreline, but they did do a good job of disrupting that attack for OCSC.
Ball gets past Batista, finds Jones now. Enevoldsen back out for Jones. Jones dribbles towards the end line, sends a cross in, deflects off of Batista out for a corner. Certainly see how in rhythm this Orange County team is.
Certainly, and then it starts with Enevoldsen just playing the ball out wide to Jones, and he's just been one-on-one with Batista this whole game. It's put a lot of pressure on Lamar. Batista does a good job of closing him down there.
Quinn will once again strike from this near corner flag. 30th minute now. Five men are in the box for Orange County. Header won by Langsdorff, and into space for Smith. Langsdorff charging up the center of the field. It'll be all for naught, though, as Portland couldn't find a way forward quickly enough to pick him out. And the high press from Orange County wins the ball back in the attacking third. Smith dispossesses Enevoldsen, and now Lucas Milano dribbling forward in front of Duke. Central for Lewis. Lewis will use Batista, who's forward, and Konechny here on the near side. Now to Loria.
Good boy, well done.
Zambrano curls it around his defender to Nathan Smith, whose cross is blocked. Stays in play. Back to Lewis. T2 searching for an equalizer. Loria. Bit of miscommunication once again between Konechny and Langsdorff, but Orange County gives it back up. Now to Batista, defended by Jones. Make that Amico. He works his way around Amico and earns T2 a corner kick in the 32nd minute. And we will take another air quality break here, as it looks like it was a throw-in, not a corner kick. It's a throw-in that will come after the air quality break here in the 32nd minute. As we look at Cameron Knowles, also Andrew Greger there to his right, looking at the camera now. Cameron Knowles, 13-10-3 so far in this, his first year as T2's head coach after 6 seasons on the bench with the MLS Timbers under Caleb Porter. And Nat, you really look at the job that Cam Knowles has done. He's instilled confidence, the belief, and so many other things that have led to the success that T2's experienced this season.
Yeah, certainly, and it's been mentality as well, Fletcher. I think he's done a really good job of just bringing the right guys in with experience, blending in guys from Portland Timbers, blending in the current guys they have now, and he's done a great job of just getting this team to be a little bit more composed, to be a little bit more organized defensively, and then to score more goals. And those are really the make or break things in this league, is being able to do those little things right. He's just done a great job of that, and it's been that mentality. There's more belief now in this team in terms of getting results, and you can see it now.
It's interesting to note as well, this team's 7-6-0 at home, so a winning home record. But they're 6-4-3 on the road, so they've experienced a ton of success on the road, whereas last year they struggled all the way around, only picking up 3 wins all season long in 32 matches. But they've really been successful on the road this year, and there's no better evidence of that than the victory they got against Swope Park a couple weeks ago in Kansas City.
Yeah, and you're talking about the mentality. That kind of strength shows when you're playing on the road. Getting results on the road is not easy, and I think Cam Knowles has done a great job of again, instilling that belief in this team that they can get results, and they can play in this formation and be successful and get 6 wins on the road. They only got 1 win on the road, I believe, last year, so that's a big step, big positive step in the right direction.
Cam Knowles will be the first to tell you the idea with this group is development through success. So getting players to believe in the system and develop while winning matches, followed by the fact that having Andrew Gregor, last year's head coach, on this staff has helped Cameron Knowles immensely in terms of his knowledge base of the league as a whole.
And you want to teach success at any level, and teaching success, doesn't mean possessing the ball for an entire 90 minutes. It means making the right decisions at the right time with what the game gives you. And I think that's been an important factor in this team's success as well. Just good decision making on and off the ball.
Crognale dispossesses Milano, but T2 remain in possession. Sprayed out wide for Batista. Just, again, a touch too far in front of him, and he's not able to get it. Lewis had the right idea, but just couldn't pick out Batista, making the run down the near side.
It seems like OCSC, the only thing they're going to give this T2 team right now is space on the wings. They're really making it hard to play through the middle. Every time Loria's trying to go through the middle or playing a pass into Langsdorf's feet, he's been met with pressure. So I think T2 is going to have to figure out how to get more opportunities on these wings, get crosses into the box.
Loria gets around Amico, dribbles forward, through ball for Milano, too far in front of him and cleared away by Walker Hume.
And you have to think that sorry, we're going to check out this replay really quickly here. You see Loria just driving at that back line, playing that through ball into Milano. Just wasn't on the same page there, unfortunately. But you think about this air control breaks that they're having, you think that it would favor the away team. And as a home team, you want to have more pressure. You want to be able to possess the ball a bit more and put your imprint on the game. And for OCSC, they've actually controlled the game, and I actually think the breaks have been good for T2.
It just looks like Orange County right now is a step ahead. Every single play, they're just a step quicker too. And that's not to say that Portland hasn't had opportunities to find leveling goals in the past 15 minutes or so. But Orange County just looks a step faster right now. We'll see how long that continues. So this is the first match in a week for Orange County, whereas T2 played on Sunday in the evening due to the heat here in Portland against Seattle Sounders 2. Cross comes in from Amico, easily dealt with by Mojadama. Cleared to midfield. Milano trying to come over and press Crognale to play it out to touch. He does. And another throw in for T2.
But if you think about the opportunities either team has had in this game, obviously OCSC with the better of the opportunities, Foster Langsdorff only with that one opportunity really on goal. But just the control of the game OCSC has had, and as the game wears on, if they continue this control, they're going to get more opportunities.
Milano earns a foul. Loria will play over to Dispe, who plays out wide to Konechny, picking up the ball at midfield. To Smith, 37th minute. T2 searching for an equalizer here at home. Switch the point of attack over to Batista, defended by Amico. Batista earns the throw. Wants his options to come towards him. Does find Milano, who tries to control off his chest, but goes across the end line. Lucas Milano, as we mentioned, making his first start for the Timbers organization since October 23rd of 2016. Did come on in around the 60th minute, back on the weekend against S2. Certainly his best moment, a goal against FC Dallas in 2015 during the playoffs to secure a Western Conference Finals berth as Konechny hits it high over Lopez's net.
If you think about opportunities that T2 are going to create against this side, it can come off of turnovers, and OCSC has given the ball away a couple of times here in this end of the field, and it's going to cost them if they keep doing it. Right there, just a missed pass between the center back there, Crognale, and the midfielder, Quinn.
Smith wins the header, and Konechny able to pick it up. Finds Foster Langsdorff dribbling into the box, and saved by Lopez. Foster Langsdorff will want that one back as we cross into the 39th minute. A chance 1v1 versus Luis Lopez, and Lopez does outstanding to save the effort.
And what a chance this is for Foster Langsdorff. Just comes off of the goal kick there. A nice little flick there. And Foster Langsdorff is just in 1v1. Luis, the goalkeeper, does a great job there to come out and make himself strong. Luis Lopez, sorry.
Lopez up into the air. Milano controls with his right boot top of the box. Plays back for Zambrano. Lopez back on his line. Zambrano will strike. He scored two of a deflected nature from around that area of the field, but can't get the deflection this time, and it's wide to the right of Lopez's right post.
And this is encouraging from T2, seeing a little bit more energy here, and they're just coming off of some turnovers here from OCSC. A nice little pass there, and then Renzo Zambrano, we know he likes to hit from distance there. Doesn't quite get it on net, but he is dangerous from that part of the field.
Zambrano to Lewis. Could Orange County be tiring a bit here at the end of the first half? 40th minute now. 5 minutes, 45 seconds left, plus at least a couple minutes of stoppage time after the air quality advisory breaks as Zambrano's taken down, and now Seton has it coming in the other direction. 1v3 though for Seton. Bjurman able to leave it for Enna Voldsen, who's been quiet here over the last 15 minutes. T2 would like to keep it that way. He's got the ball at his feet now to Seton quickly to Quinn. Now over to Jones. Jones defended by Loria inside the box. Plays central for Quinn. Then looking over the options he has, Amico comes in, steps over, jumps over the ball as he thought Loria was going to poke it away. Loria let it run a little bit, and then Cronale lays it out to touch.
And again, OCSC just showing how good they are on the ball in this attacking third of the field. Able to play easily through those Timbers line, get it, give it, and then you find the open man in the space. They didn't come off at that point in time, but T2 needs to start locking things down in the center of that pitch.
T2 throw on the far side after Smith plays it off Bjurman. Four and a half minutes now, plus stoppage time at the end of the first half remaining. In for Zambrano. Zambrano and Langsdorff, both USL Team of the Week performers in week 23. Zambrano with a pair of goals. Langsdorff had 3 goals of his own, including 2 against Seattle Sounders 2 on the weekend. Big reason why Portland's experienced the success that they have here recently, especially as Konechny's shot wide to the left of Lopez's net, but it took a deflection, and it'll be the first corner kick, make it second corner kick of the night for Portland.
Yeah, Konechny getting involved a little bit more here in this attack, and again, I think T2 showing they've got a little bit more energy here. These final few minutes, maybe they can get turn these opportunities into a goal.
It was Loria from this part of the field and that corner flag that found Langsdorff in the 34th minute against Seattle Sounders 2. Can he dial something up here? Lopez late to come off his line. It's cleared far enough away by Orange County and out to touch. Quickly in for Konechny. Jukes Jones, but then can't get it by Amico to Batista.
And we'll see here. Umar Batista on the ball. I think the T2 just needs to continue to cycle this ball around, keep probing, keep finding these opportunities. They're on the front foot right now, and they need to turn this into a good opportunity on goal.
Back on August 1st, it was Portland that scored 2 goals on the road to open things up before to help each team earn a point. It's Orange County who's opened up the scoring on the road here with a goal in the 9th minute from USL's leading goal scorer, Thomas Ebbelson. As Duke switches the point of attack over to Powder. The left back all the way forward. Now to Quinn. Quinn in tons of space, 40 yards from goal. Now Zambrano comes out to pressure and forces the pass back to Hume. Hume will go all the way back to Lopez. And Portland pushes their lines higher.
Oh, you cleared that, man.
43rd minute, about to cross into the 44th. Lopez finds Amico here on the near touch line. Lopez dangerous in front of Lucas Milano. Missed clearance by Kroniale. And now to Langsdorf. Langsdorf, Konechny, back of the net. It's Tomas Konechny's first goal for the Timbers organization. It comes in the 44th minute, an equalizer for T2.
We talked about this energy that T2 has recently, and OCSC just playing the ball out of the back. It's too casual. Lewis wins it, plays it to Langsdorf. He plays an awesome ball over there to Konechny, who just finishes it off the deflection, but it's his first goal. T2 now 1, OCSC 1. Excellent play from T2.
Tomas Konechny, acquired July 17th from San Lorenzo on loan, made his T2 debut back on August 5th against Phoenix, his MLS debut against Kansas City on the 11th, and gets his first goal in a Timbers/T2 shirt. And it's an important one right before the half for Portland. Now the goal will be to see things out and make sure Orange County don't pick up momentum before the break.
It's such an important goal for T2 to carry this into the locker room, be even now. They've had some good chances on goal. They haven't controlled the game like they may have wanted to, but in the end, they're able to win possession there in that half of the field, in that final third. Such an important win there from Andre Lewis to step up and win that ball off the missed clearance, and for them to go at goal so quickly. Foster Langsdorf, so unselfish with that ball, playing Konechny in this space, and Konechny finishing up.
Quinn out wide to Amico as Orange County to try and steal one back. Ball in, McIntosh off his line. McIntosh fouled by Seaton, and Farhad Dotko right there to make the call. Kendall McIntosh was outside his 6-yard box, rose high into the sky, and earned the foul.
Yeah, Kendall McIntosh just showing his bravery there, just getting himself up, getting the ball punched out wide, earning the free kick. But if you go back to that goal, you think about OCSC, it's just too casual with them playing out of the back. You would expect a team with that kind of experience just to clear it, get their lines up, play smart, but they didn't. They obviously make the mistakes, and they paid for it.
And to tell you how big that goal was, as Kendall McIntosh sends it forward, Langsdorf wins the header, but it goes to Lopez. When T2 are trailing at the half this season, they're 1-5-0. When they're tied at the half, they're 5-3-2. How much momentum can that give Portland if we go to the break tied? This ball over the top for Bjurman. Smith gets there first. Looks like it was a missed clearance, and it does end up in a corner kick for Orange County. I think Smith tried to clear it with his right foot. It bounced off his left leg and went out of play. Smith is kind of looking at Farhad Dotko, believing it played off of Orange County.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before, Fletcher. I don't know if I tried that a million times, I'd be able to do that again.
Well, Nathan Smith would probably say the same thing. We're through the first minute of the added 3 here at the end of the first half. Quinn will send it in. But before that, Farhad Dotko blows his whistle, has a chat with a couple different players, and now we're ready. Quinn towards the penalty spot. Kroniale went down. Zambrano clears. Milano tries to slide and get there, cannot do so. And now here comes Powder, heavy touch, and Lewis is able to knock it out to touch on the far side.
It's all hands on deck if you're on T2's back line. You got to make sure you just see this half out, get out of here 1-1. Don't give up any opportunities, anything silly right now. Just be very smart and be composed.
Powder in for Bjurman. Back to Powder. A little 1-2 between those guys. Bjurman steps over it, and then the flag comes up for offside as those two tried to play one touch with one another. 1 minute left of the minimum 3 at the discretion of Farhad Dotko. Kendall McIntosh happy to take his time with this restart, burn a few more seconds off. T2 have had more opportunities since the opening goal for Orange County in the 9th minute. 4 legitimate opportunities for T2. So in that sense, you could say a deserved 1-1 scoreline, but Orange County really dominated the first half hour of this match, to say the least.
Yeah, you certainly didn't expect it to be 1-1 at this point in time with the way that OCSC started the game. They really dominated that possession. They were creating chances quite easily, especially down this near side touch line, just getting the ball to Jones. He was able to drive at Batista, get crosses in the box, but the momentum shift, I think the air quality breaks have actually gone in the favor of T2, and now they're on the front foot.
Is there one more opportunity here for Portland? Konechny works it around, finds Lewis, plays back into the center circle, and Farhad Dodko will blow his whistle as we are through 45 minutes here at Merlo Field. It was USL's leading goal scorer, Thomas Enevoldsen, who put the visitors out in front, and then Tomas Konechny with his first goal in a Timbers shirt, 44th minute, leveled the tally, and that's how we go to the break. 1-1 in this USL showcase game here on a Wednesday night at Merlo Field between Portland and Orange County. We'll come back in a bit, get your first half stats, highlights, and the second half of action here from a smoky Portland, Oregon in the Pacific Northwest in just a bit.
I was born from the bottom but raised to the top. I was born from the bottom but raised to the top. I was born from the bottom but raised to the top. I'ma keep on climbing, I ain't gonna stop. I was born from the bottom but raised to the top. I was born from the bottom but raised to the top. I was born from the bottom but raised to the top. I'ma keep on climbing, I ain't gonna stop.
Thomas Enevoldsen looking for number 14. There it is.
Cross comes in towards the back post, and Foster Langsdorff has his 11th goal this season.
The corner of the 18, cross comes in, and a goal for Foster Langsdorff. It's his second of the evening.
Into the box, a strike and a goal. Christian Valesky.
Guess who?
Again, Valesky with his second. Slides it across. Michael Seaton. Seaton in on goal. Michael Seaton, he's at the brace.
Ledesma right at the edge of the 18, takes a shot, and Manu Ledesma does it again!
Now Spies gives it a go, and Spies finds the back of the net. Game of one-upsmanship from the Indy 11 this season.
Rebound comes out though, and it's stuck right back in. And guess who? Solomon Asante. Chance now for it, St. Louis! Long overdue goal for Corey Herzog. Here's Carl Howarth, and the shot, and it is 1-0 Ottawa Fury FC.
Here's Elizade to strike. It hits the frame of the goal and goes in. Laid off to the path of Barry. He's onside, and he fires it home.
It'll be Gordon to strike with his right boot, hits it, and puts it in the back of the net.
To Velasquez. He'll take a crack through distance, and a goal. Chandler Hoffman redirects it for the goal.
Here's another opportunity. Dixon shot and a score.
Back to Corbin Bone. Bone inside of the 18, buries it in the back of the net.
Still Belmar. Now into the area across to Belmar. Losing his defender, Belmar. Shirley. Blackwood gets the goal. Great save by Kendall McIntosh.
Shot getting a piece of it.
What a save.
Great stop by Dykstra.
Oh, what a save by Vaughn Williams.
Cardoni with an impressive save.
A brilliant save.
Welcome back to Merlo Field on the campus of the University of Portland. Halftime here. Timbers 2 and Orange County SC are all knotted up at the break. And with that, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth. Alongside Nat Borchers, I'm Fletcher Johnson. Nat, it was an entertaining first half. First 30 minutes, it was really dominated by Orange County, but then T2 found a goal so that we sit here at a level scoreline.
Yeah, certainly. You looked at Orange County, and they were bringing their attack. They were finding all kinds of spaces. They were really going at that T2 backline. But then things shifted after the goal. Seems like T2 got a little bit of life. Orange County got a little bit careless in the back. They give up that second goal, or that first goal, and then now it's knotted up at 1-1. So it's a scoreline that T2, I think, would like.
We'll take a look back now at the first half highlights, and as mentioned, started off with some opportunities for Orange County. It was Enevelson who finished it off in the 9th minute.
Yeah, it's a great cross there from Jones, a nice dummy from Bjurman, and then just a nice clinical finish there from Enevelson.
A couple minutes later, it was Michael Seaton who nearly got on the scoreline.
Yeah, and it's an uncontested header there in the box there. Michael Seaton gets that ball down, but Kendall McIntosh with a great save.
We move 10 minutes later, and it's Lucas Milano who nearly got on the scoreline.
Great heads-up play from Zambrano to get that ball back in the box.
And then Langsdorff tried to put one in the back of the net.
Yeah, Langsdorff getting on the end of that one. You thought he might find one at the end of this half, but a great job just with his movement in the box trying to get on the end of that one.
And then in the 44th minute, it was Tomas Konechny opening his T2 account.
Lewis with a great pass there. Then Foster Langsdorff commits the defenders, and Konechny with a nice finish there. It's a deflected goal, but still he will take it. Again, nice job by Langsdorff to commit the defenders. An important goal for T2 just before halftime.
And you could say a deserved goal with the laziness that Orange County was playing out of the back with there towards the end of the half. We look at the stats, even on the scoreline, as we mentioned, big advantage in possession to the visitors.
Yeah, and you have to think that OCSC is coming into this second half thinking, okay, we got to control the game. We got to get back to what we were successful at the beginning of this game, which is controlling the ball and finding those little pockets and going at that T2 back line.
As we mentioned, Portland Timbers 2, 5-3-2. When tied at the half, they'll look to extend the 3-game win streak with at least a goal here tonight, and we will see a sub here at the break for Portland. It will be Lucas Milano coming off, Jeremy Abobasi making his 13th, make it 18th appearance here for T2 in 2018. So Cameron Knowles decides to go to the bench at the break. Not necessarily a surprise, as Lucas Milano played 30 minutes the other night, plays 45 tonight as he works himself back into full fitness. But Jeremy Abobasi comes in, a player who has played very well as of late for T2, scored in 2 of the last 4 matches in which he's appeared. Marvin Lurie assisted on both of those, and a player who has a knack for finding the back of the net.
Yeah, he's got a ton of potential at Abobasi, and we saw him really last year, hit his peak with the Portland Timbers, scoring a goal against Vancouver on that away trip. He's really going to be tasked with getting in behind this OCSC backline, and I really want him to focus on his hold-up play today. It's going to be very important as this attack goes forward.
Konechny fouled by Noah Powder. Quickly back to action. Konechny with it at his feet, works his way around Mats Bjurman. Finds Jeremy Abobasi. He's got Langsdorff in front of him, tries to play it through the legs of Walker Hume. Hume does well to make. And Orange County works the ball forward, although Powder loses out to Langsdorff, showing the work rate.
Already seeing a lot of energy defensively, and from this T2 team, want to come out a little bit better than they did in this first half, apply some pressure, win the ball, and try to get at this goal.
Loria one touch to Batista to get around the corner. Batista, no foul called, sends the cross in towards the back post. He can't curl it enough. Play had kind of stopped on that far side as Amico had gone down. They thought the whistle was going to be blown. Lopez stopped right at his near post. Had Batista been able to curl that, there was an opportunity to put one in the back of the net here early in the second half.
Yeah, certainly, and Lamar Batista doing a good job just going shoulder to shoulder with Amico, and good by the referee with the no call. I thought that was a fair challenge there from Batista on Amico.
Yes, I got the Watch highlights from every game of the 2018 season and stay up to date with news from across the USL at the league's official Facebook page, facebook.com/USL Soccer. Loria using his pace to get on the end of this one, trying to run away from Amico. Still with it, 25 yards from goal. Plays into space for Langsdorff. Langsdorff tries to curl one a little too high over Lopez's net.
We're seeing some of Marvin Loria's best assets come out here as he just drives to this back line. Dishes to Foster Langsdorf, who looks like he was trying for the little bit of a chip over Lopez. Doesn't come off, but this is what we want to see from Marvin Loria. He is so good getting the ball and then turning and running at these back lines. And it's taken us.
Dispay goes down, no whistle blown. Dodko just kind of standing over him, looking at him. It looked like there was a collision that took place, and Konechny will play it out across the sideline here as Dodko goes over and looks at Adrian Dispay. So a bit of a collision here in the 48th minute. Dispay went down right away after he rose to win the header.
Yeah, Dispay just going up for this 50-50 challenge here. Both players going for the ball, and looks like it just collides shoulders there, just like he gets it in his right shoulder. Just gets him a little bit out of sorts. Those things never feel good when you go shoulder to shoulder with somebody and come out the wrong end.
It was a collision between Duke and Adrian Dispay. Both players up. Dispay, it was okay. Trainer did not have to come on, so he's allowed to remain on the field. And Olsen plays it back to McIntosh in a sporting manner. And we are back underway as Bjurman goes down, wins the header, though they say it went last off Nathan Smith.
I think the referee's calling a foul there. Maybe you're right. Throw in. Saw Cameron Knowles get off the bench. Looked like he was unhappy with that call. But certainly a little bit more physical play in this second half from both teams.
High press from Portland. Earns back possession. Zambrano now to Konechny. One touch back to Zambrano. Portland has come out strong here in the second half. That has been a struggle at times this year. Back on Sunday night, Seattle Sounders too had the better of the action as Lewis does well to shield Quinn away from the ball, though Quinn keeps the press high. Lewis to Dispay. Out of Batista. Picked up by Duke in the center circle. Quinn outside to Jones. Jones attacking Batista. This worked well for OC in the first half. Cross comes in, and Seton has a goal, though the offside flag was up. Michael Seton can't believe it, but the offside flag was up. The scoreline remains level.
And T2 almost getting punished for the same thing that OCSC was doing in this first half, which was playing too casual out of the back. And we'll see here as the ball gets wide, Jones just driving at Batista. Watch Michael Seton on that near screen. Looks like he might be just a hair offsides. And unfortunate for OCSC not to get that second goal.
Well, that was nearly another go-ahead goal for Orange County early in the half. Certainly would have been against the run of play here in the first 5 minutes with the way Portland has come out. Amico overlapping run. Cross blocked away and out across the end line for the 5th corner kick of the night for Orange County.
And Loria's got to come back and help out Batista. He's getting just there, and Jones on that far side. It's just too much for him. He can't just continue to go 2v1 out there. He's got to get some help there from that winger, that midfielder.
The 26-year-old San Diego, California native Aiden Quinn over to take the corner kick. Left-footed in-swinger. Towards the near post. Bjurman looked like he had a chance to win the header, though it went off Lewis. And it's a goal kick. Farhad Dodko decided it was a goal kick. It looked like it was Lewis that won the header. Maybe he did take a deflection back off Bjurman, but Orange County did not think that was the case.
Yeah, certainly from up here it looked like it was going to be another corner kick for OCSC. But again, you go back to that chance, and that Michael Seton's offside, and you think that if you're the T2, you got to be smarter playing out of the back. You got to make sure you're against a team like this, so capable of scoring like OCSC. You got to be smarter.
And of Olsen out wide for Bjurman. Central for Duke, overlapping run from Powder. Powder central, cleared away by Lewis. He was looking for Enevoldson. Bobasi got a touch for a moment, but couldn't control. Ronale back to Lopez. Konechny and Powder go shoulder to shoulder, and it's a T2 throw.
Yeah, T2 again with a bit more energy this half, really showing that they're trying to press OCSC, make it difficult for them to play out, maybe squeak something in transition, certainly because you know OCSC has been just a bit casual with the ball out of the back.
Orange County picks up possession just inside their own half. Crognale. Now with Quinn. Quinn will spray one out to the far side to Jones, who's onside. In front of Batista. Heavy touch from Jones. Batista able to use that big frame and work his way around Jones to bring it forward.
That's well done from Lamar Batista. Getting his big body in between him and the attacker, playing out of pressure.
McIntosh once again with a clearance to midfield. Langsdorf able to get on the end of it. He's got Konechny to help. Is taken down behind the play. No whistle blown. And now a yellow card's going to be issued for dissent to Foster Langsdorf from Farhad Dotko. No whistle was blown, so the play was not stopped.
Not really sure what happens here. Look, as we take another look at the ball goes over the top. Langsdorf's on the ball here. He cuts back, and it's a clear foul. I think Foster Langsdorf has every right to be upset. Referee does not blow his whistle, and apparently now he has called a foul.
Interesting moment in the match there. In the end, it will be a free kick for Portland. But Foster Langsdorf goes in the book, the first T2 player to go in the book this evening. Aiden Quinn, and in the book in the first half for Orange County. Did have a second substitution, it looks like, as well at the break, as Max Ornstill has come on in place of Mojadama. We'll get to that momentarily. Loria gets around a couple men into the box, shoots, and side netting Lopez with the important save at the edge of his 6-yard box to keep Loria from scoring.
Well, somebody's lit a fire underneath Marvin Loria in this half, and look at him just taking on defenders. There's one, there's two, he beats, gets inside the box, he accelerates, and then Lopez does a great job making himself big, and he just isn't able to get 5-hole there and complete that finish.
Loria will be the man to strike the corner kick. Left-footed outswinger towards a penalty spot. Goes all the way through. No one was able to get a touch to it. Zambrano quickly comes over. Will try and work his way around Amico and earns a throw. Konechny's shot blocked by Powder. T2 still in possession at the feet of Ornstill. Ornstill making his 4th straight appearance for T2. It's just his 6th appearance of the season. He started the last 2 matches. Now to Loria on that far side against Amico. Loria earns T2 a corner kick.
And if you go back to that last game against these two teams, Marvin Loria with a wonder goal, finishing off a great run from the midfield line. He beats a bunch of OCSC players and then chips the ball over the goalkeeper for a fantastic finish. This man is on form right now.
It'll be Loria to strike. Leader in chances created, an assist for T2. Towards a penalty spot, Langsdorf rises to win the header. Oh, it was deflected by Orange County and now cleared only as far as near midfield, and then Zambrano called for a foul. Fans getting a bit restless here with our head referee this evening.
As we'll see here, then OCSC just trying to transition on the break. I'm not sure where the foul is there, and Renzo Zambrano asking the same questions of Farhad Dotko. I don't think there was any contact there on that play.
Langsdorf goes down behind the play. And Langsdorf's called for the foul. Langsdorf might have caught an elbow there. And then Konechny comes in from behind Christian Duke. And he'll see a caution card here in the 57th minute. So a couple yellow cards in quick succession. This one to Tomas Konechny.
You can feel the players just getting a bit frustrated with some of these calls. A lot of uncertainty going on out there on the pitch. And you'll see Thomas Konechny here as the ball just gets into play quickly. He comes in from behind. Very dangerous play there. unfortunately for him, doesn't get a whole lot of contact. I mean, you could make an argument for a red card. I don't think anybody on the field, fortunately, was shouting for it. I think it was just Thomas Konecny coming in to make a statement, and everybody's able to get on with it.
Luckily, he didn't really connect with Christian Duke with his foot placement. So in the end, just a caution card for Konecny.
But as you know, if you come in studs up and from behind you give the referee the opportunity to do that to you. So very fortunate to get away with one there.
Aiden Quinn breaks the line, finds Bjorman. Batista run over by Seton. Batista remains down behind the play. Foster Langsdorff back to win it. Cleared away by Smith to midfield, where Jeremy Ebobisse chest down. This match has picked up some steam here in the last few minutes as these two sides go at it. Zambrano tried to play across for Loria, cut out by Jones. Now Jones brings forward. He has Amico on the overlapping run. Will use him. Amico has Batista go down to his feet. Smith heads on over the top of Seton. Picked up here on the near side by Bjorman. Bjorman central for Duke in the corner of the 18. Back to Bjorman, central for Enevoldsen. Quinn, Duke. And T2 intercept into space for Loria, and a ton of space there is. Quinn trying to track back to catch Loria. Loria's got pace. Plays it out in front for Ebobisse. Ebobisse taken down after Crognale played out to touch.
This game really opening up here as we see Marvin Loria just charging at this OCSC backline. Tries to play the ball off to Ebobisse, but Crognale with an important challenge there to win the play. And we're seeing a really open game here, Fletcher, and I think it's going to be interesting to see which team can capitalize on these open spaces in the pitch.
Orange County had the better of the action in the first 30 minutes or so. Portland's grown into the match, created some problems for Orange County, and you could say seems to be frustrating them a bit, catching them out on a couple occasions here in the second half.
You can really feel that the temperature has just dropped, you know, at least 10 degrees or so. And for players, it's important because if you want to have a lot of energy in the second half, like T2 is going to want to press, it's easier to press when it's lower temperatures like this.
Mid-90s today, only supposed to be mid-70s tomorrow here in Portland, as the cloud cover rolls in, known as the marine layer here in the Pacific Northwest. All to feet of powder, defended by Langsdorff, who's coming in to put a defensive shift in. Now to Quinn, who sprays it out to the right side to Jones. Jones defended by Batista. This has been the matchup all night. Jones works his way around him again, cleared away by Dispay to the feet of Marvin Loria.
Good box defending there by the center backs for T2.
No numbers forward for Portland, but Marvin Loria able to keep possession momentarily, though, and then he loses out to Amico and Jones, who track back to help. Jones once again attacking at Batista. He's been able to get around him a couple times. This time, Batista deflects the clearance out for the 6th corner kick of the night for OC.
And Batista doing a very good job there defending Jones. He's been one-on-one with him the whole night. Hasn't got a lot of help from his midfielder ahead of him, and so been very difficult for him, but he's keeping pace there.
Get an inside look at life on and off the field from a player's perspective every Wednesday evening in the latest edition of From the Pitch on USLsoccer.com. Quinn to send the cross in. 61st minute. In towards the 6-yard box, headed away by Batista, picked up by Jones. Jones trying to work his way around Zambrano. Zambrano does well to shepherd that ball across the end line, and that will lead us to our air quality advisory break here now in the 61st minute.
It's a wonderful play there defensively from Renzo Zambrano, just getting himself in between the ball and the man and making sure that Jones doesn't get a free cross on goal. It's been interesting, Fletcher, just thinking about the combination between Enevoldsen and Seton. We haven't seen that a whole lot tonight. Enevoldsen's actually seeming to drop in a little bit more into the midfield than I thought we might see him. And Seton and him haven't been on the same page. I haven't seen them connect very often, especially not in the second half. And so if T2 can keep those guys from combining, and then they can figure out how to limit Jones's crosses in the box, they're going to give themselves a much better chance to get a result in this game.
You talk about Enevoldsen and Seton, the relationship between them here tonight. How much of that in your mind is first-year coach Braden Cloutier, his tactical management of this game? How much credit does Portland deserve for you know, maybe keeping them not on the same page?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, you have to talk about the dynamic between the two. You know, you have Seton, who has a ton of pace and has been good at finishing, and Enev Olson, just a really smart, intelligent runner and very smooth on the ball, good with his back to goal. I think that's a good combination between these strikers, and I think T2 has done a good job of limiting the center of the pitch in this second half, making sure that those entry passes aren't getting through to the strikers. And I think you have to give a ton of credit to Renzo Zambrano and Andre Lewis and the center backs for doing that.
So it looks like we're just about set to get back to action. You looked at Braden Cloutier there moments ago. He's assisted by Jerry Tamashiro and goalkeeping coach Victor Noguera. 14-6-5, and this is his first season. He was hired as manager in December. Previously the assistant coach under the last two managers for this club. Played 5 seasons in MLS with the Metro Stars, San Jose Clash, and New England Revolution, and also played 12 years of indoor soccer here in the U.S. as well after growing up in Wichita, Kansas. So the throw-in will come here in the 63rd minute of a 1-1 match. We'll get you a look back a little bit later on as to how we got to this scoreline. One-touch action between Konechny and Loria. Konechny now tries to chip over the top for a Bobasi, who was making a diagonal run. Couldn't find him. Konechny rose with Duke to try and win the header. It was Duke who won out. The ball down the line here. Diz Pay showing his pace to beat Seton out for the first touch, but then fouls Seton 25 yards from goal. It'll be a restart for Orange County.
And Diz Pay is doing a really good job initially making the challenge, but then takes an extra touch and allows Seton to get around him and win possession back. And then it forces Diz Pay then to commit the foul.
You mentioned the success the Quins had with these free kicks. It's arguably the most dangerous one he'll have had an opportunity to send into the box. He's had 6 corner kicks, but is from a position where he can certainly threaten Kendall McIntosh with a nice curler if he can put it to the top of the 6-yard box.
Yeah, certainly with 9 assists on the season, he does a great job of getting a nice in-swinging ball in with that left foot, driven with pace, and he's obviously got guys in Seton and Enev Olson who can finish, plus a couple of big guys, big center backs coming in to finish things off.
5 players make it 6 in and around the box for Orange County. Zambrano taking care of the short option in Christian Duke, who's standing at the top of that half circle. It will be a ball into the box from Quinn, and McIntosh with an incredible first save, but then it's finished off, and Orange County back out in front in the 65th minute. I believe that was Alex Cronale. What a save by Kendall McIntosh on the first opportunity, but he couldn't keep the second one out.
And this is a wonderful ball in there. Then Mats Bjurman does a great job of getting that first touch on it. McIntosh with a great save there, and then you just see pouncing on the ball, the center back Cronale coming up big time. What a big time important goal this is for OCSC to go up a goal.
So Orange County back out in front with 25 minutes left to play. T2 forced once again to chase this match.
You go back to the foul that Diz Pay commits there to set up that set piece. You know, it's unfortunate he does so well to track back and win the ball and just doesn't do enough. Seton, I have to give credit to him for coming back and defending and winning possession back and getting the foul called.
Quinn was tied for 3rd in USL with 9 assists, now to 10 if he's given that assist on the ball in. Meanwhile, for Cronale, it was his 3rd goal of the season, the former Crew Academy player. As Lewis sends the cross in, cleared away by Hume. Only as far as Zambrano.
You'd have to see, it's unfortunate too for T2. It was against the run of play. They've come out with so much energy and so much good pressure there.
Batista tries to work his way around Jones, does well to do so, and earn T2 a corner kick.
As we spoke about Fletcher, they've had trouble in second halves coming up with that energy, making you know, sometimes the right plays at the right moments, decision making in the second half, and they've done such a good job. And then to give up that goal, it's very disappointing for Cameron Knowles.
Big bodies forward here for T2. Loria will strike the corner kick. Towards the penalty spot, Dispay wins the header. He scored last match, but can't steer that one on frame. Adrian Dispay joined this team early part of the year. Made his debut for T2 against FC St. Pauli back on May 22nd. Has 13 appearances and 9 games started with the Cuban men's national team that was a part of the group that won the 2012 Caribbean Cup. Smith over to collect this ball. Picks out Konechny, who controls with his chest. Abobasi's been quiet since coming on at the half. Konechny will play out wide for Loria, corner of the 18. Loria lays off for Konechny. Back to Loria, top of the box. Tries to find Abobasi. Abobasi can't quite control it, and it's clear back to midfield.
Some very good interplay there from Konechny and Loria, though, in between those lines. Very important for them to continue to get on the ball. I want to see Loria to continue to get on the ball and just drive at that back line.
Quinn dispossesses Lewis, finds Seaton here on the near side. T2 get numbers back quickly. Played to Jones on the far side. Back to Amico. Joe Amico. Last year with Swope Park. Comes over this season, the Indianapolis native. Batista tries to back heel around Jones, and then forced to knock it out to touch. T2 have used 2 of their 3 substitutions so far tonight, both coming on at the break. Jeremy Abobasi, Max Ornstill. Braden Cloutier still with all 3 of his substitutes available, although Orange County only brought 6 players, not the allowed 7 on the bench this evening. Quinn sprays it out wide for Jones. Batista slowly coming over to cover. Now to Thomas and Evelson. Try a little diagonal ball for Bjurman, who is making a diagonal run. Loria nearly able to cut out the pass central for Quinn. Finds Seaton. Seaton heavy touch with the right boot, but able to pick it up. Powder. Central takes the deflection off the arm of Andre Lewis and out for a corner kick. That shot came from Quinn.
OCSC really asking the questions right now in terms of their attacking moments. Some really good interchange here, some nice play there, nice pass, a nice tuck back from Powder, and then the cutback goes off Andre Lewis. Good shot on goal there from Quinn at the top of the box. OCSC looking very dangerous right now.
Quinn once again will serve this ball in. 7th corner kick of the night for the visitors. Quinn towards a penalty spot. Seaton rises to try and win the header. Goes all the way through. Smith will let it roll across the end line for a Kendall McIntosh goal kick as we cross into the 71st minute. Konechny goes down. T2 very upset. Cameron Knowles up off the bench. Farhad Dodko waved it off right away and then calls a foul on T2 as Christian Duke went down just inside OC's attacking half.
There's bodies everywhere after a couple of these challenges, and then Konechny going down. Looks like there was some contact there. Duke then going down under the challenge from Smith. Referee calls in favor of OCSC.
Back to action. One of the interesting stats around this T2 team this season is when they outshoot their opponents, they're actually They have a losing record when outshooting their opponents. When they're outshot by their opponents, they're 9-3-2. As Seaton can't diagonally direct it towards Powder and McIntosh collects. So when T2 are outshot by their opponents, they actually win a large percentage of the time tonight. Shots in favor of Portland 10-8, so holding with that trend here in 2018 for Portland.
And what that stat tells me, Fletcher, is that sometimes or the majority of the time, this team, I think, is a little bit more comfortable not controlling the game, giving up, bunkering in a little bit more than they probably would like to, even at home. But it gives them the opportunity to transition, to counterattack, to break. And maybe against a team like OCSC, that's the right play, is to bunker in a little bit. They're obviously going to have to come out of their shell in order to score a goal. But sometimes that's the best way to be, when another team thinks they're in control of the game, but they're not, because you're able to transition and go to goal quicker.
Portland, a young team, certainly younger than the team that Orange County is putting out here tonight. T2 have played some very young teams. The average age for the Seattle team that played here was 18.5 as Loria dispossesses Amico. Dribbling top of the box will leave for Lewis. Lewis fouled from behind inside the half circle. And this will be a very dangerous opportunity for Portland to level the tally, likely in the 74th minute.
Yeah, Loria just showing a little bit of defensive pressure there. Wins the ball, drives at that back line like we wanted him to, and then just plays the ball to Andre Lewis, who is fouled there. Great, excellent opportunity here for T2 to score, but you wonder, with this position on the top of the box, sometimes it's just a little bit too close to goal and difficult to get the ball up and over the wall. Sometimes better to maybe just smash it at the wall, smash it underneath the wall, or just find a way around the wall. Try not to go over the top of the wall unless you're. I mean, Marvin Loria can strike the ball very well.
Loria scored from this position before. Certainly would like it maybe a little bit more towards the near side of the field here, so he had more of the goal to work with, so to speak.
But he can go either side right now.
But he can go either side.
It's interesting watching the goalkeeper set up this wall. Looks like he's leaving that far post open, setting up the wall to protect his near post, and he's actually standing near post, which is interesting.
You'd have to imagine if Zambrano strikes it, it'll be hard and low. If Loria strikes it, it'll be a curler. Loria curls it. An impressive save by Luis Lopez to get that big left paw up and deny Marvin Loria.
And this is well struck there from Loria. Just dinks it over the top of the wall. Lopez, though, he sees it the whole way. He's able to read it. He's able to get the jump on it. It's a great save from him.
Here comes the corner kick in from Loria. Dispay nearly rises to win the header, falls for Loria, and then Lewis puts it high over the bar. What a spell there for Portland, and great opportunities to equal the scoreline once again, but Luis Lopez was up to the task.
And that was an exciting couple of moments there. A couple of opportunities there for T2 to score. Loria on the chance gets blocked, and then Lewis just got to get his head over the ball and try to get that one on net.
Looks like we'll see a substitute for Orange County here momentarily.
And we'll see on the replay here. It's a good challenge there from Dispay initially. Loria with the chance, and then it just falls to Lewis, who just can't get that thing on net. But you have to say, if you're Cam Knowles, you like the response from the team. It seems like, you know, after giving up the goal, they haven't gone into a shell. They're obviously on the front foot trying to make things happen. I think, again, if you look at the opportunities they're trying to create, it comes down Loria's side. You know, get him the ball in space and let him drive at that back line, and good things are going to happen.
Well, we're in the 76th minute in the air quality advisory break here, as it's been very smoky in Portland. Let's look back at how we got here. Start off with a goal in the 9th minute for Orange County.
Yeah, it's a wonderful cross there from Jones, and then Enevoldsen just doing what he's been doing best, just getting that finishing touch. Mats Bierman with a nice dummy there.
It took 35 minutes for Portland to equalize, and it was Tomas Konechny.
Yeah, OCSC with a little bit not playing out of the back as quickly as they want to, and Konechny on the end of it with a nice finish. It's a deflected finish, but they'll take it. 1-1 just before the half.
And in the second half, against the run of play, it was a goal off of a free kick for Orange County.
Mats Bierman with the initial play. Kendall McIntosh with a nice first save, but not enough as Cornally comes in and just finishes things off. Nothing McIntosh can do, and it's an important goal for OCSC.
We're 2-1. 14 minutes plus stoppage time left for Portland to try and even things up and earn a 4th straight result. These teams both in the top 5 in USL's Western Conference, jockeying for playoff position. Portland in 5th, just 5 points behind second place Orange County. With a win tonight, Portland would move up into 3rd place. Work left to be done, though. Duke with a long switch over into space for Jones. Takes it off 2 bounces, controls in front of Batista, and then shoots. Ball didn't settle for him and didn't threaten Kendall McIntosh. You look at Jones, 26 years old. Kendall McIntosh, 24 years old, from Santa Rosa, California. Ebobisse heads on. Cleared back to Smith. Try the ball over the top for Langsdorf. Wasn't enough on it. Cleared away by Crognale. And then off of Loria to touch.
We're seeing Loria and Konechny just swapping spots here on the field. They've been very fluid tonight, just in terms of their positioning, switching spots, trying to find spaces anywhere that they can be dangerous.
A deflection nearly finds the head of Jeremy Ebobisse. He can't control it, though. And Orange County able to release pressure, but then Konechny dispossesses Jones. Now Batista with it. Batista going 1v2 and eventually does lose out, and then Batista fouls Amico. "12 minutes left, plus stoppage time for Portland." Bad central ball from Amico. Allows Portland to counter the other direction. Konechny on the outside. Will dribble central. Play back to Lewis. T2 have been so good when leading after 75 minutes. Have been equally as challenged when it comes to erasing a deficit after 75 minutes. Have not won a match, have not drawn a match, as Langsdorf has found the back of the net and leveled the tally in the 79th minute. His 14th goal of the season has Portland back in business.
Foster Langsdorf saying, Anna Voltson, you can do it on your end, well, I can do it on my end. What a great header this is from Foster Langsdorf. He just times his run perfectly. Luis Lopez is just a little bit out of position. He's able to just get it just up and over him. Clinical finish from the youngster, 2-2 the scoreline.
And now it's all to play for these two sides. Portland playing at home. Do they have more energy, even though they played on Sunday night? Orange County hasn't played since last Wednesday. Who has more legs left? Who wants it more? Stiz-Pay, heavy touch. Has to just play it out to touch as he tries to clear back out towards midfield.
It'll be a great challenge for this T2 team. This final 10 minutes for them to make these right decisions, for them to figure out, can they get another opportunity on goal? Can they break this team down? Can they be strong defensively, though? That's the most important thing for these final 10 minutes, because I think they'll get their chances, but I think OCSC will also have some chances on goal.
Can see the life in the legs of Portland right now, reinvigorated by that Foster Langsdorf goal.
And are we surprised we've seen 4 goals in this game already from both these sides? I would be expecting maybe another 4 or 5 to come, but we've only got 10 minutes left to go, unfortunately.
It's been an entertaining game. Both sides have controlled play at different times. Orange County controlled play at the start of the match, and it was Portland who dominated the first 10 or so minutes of the second half. Orange County got a goal against that run of play during that stretch that gave them the lead. As that pass easily cut out by Orange Still. Now Lewis under pressure from Quinn, plays square to Zambrano. Zambrano outside for Smith.
I think it's really fun to watch Fletcher when the ball goes into that final third, to watch Foster Langsdorf with his runs into the box. When the balls go wide, he is always on his horse. He's always making a dangerous run into the box. You can't teach the way he makes his runs. He just has some intuitive sense as a striker about where to be when the ball's served.
And we'll see the first substitution of the night for Braden Cloutier, as it is the 33-year-old from Accrington, United Kingdom, Richard Chaplow, in his third season with Orange County, coming on, making his 14th appearance of the season, on in place of Christian Duke. So Chaplow on, joined Burnley in England at age 8. Eventually spent 3 years in the Premier League with Southampton and West Brom.
And interesting that Braden Cloutier has waited this long to make his subs, not till the final 10 minutes of the game. Obviously, got some good reserves on the bench, but Cam Knowles making some subs at halftime. Obviously, he's got one more to go if he wants to use it. But interesting to see how these final minutes play out between these two sides.
Chaplow has the ball now. Played outside to Powder. Ball makes its way to Quinn. Out wide to Jones. Jones defended by Batista. This has been one of the key matchups all night. Seaton wins the header straight up in the air. And then Evelson fouls McIntosh. Doesn't believe it was a foul. What did you see?
Pretty clear. I think we'll see on the replay that as the ball goes into the box, it's a good ball again from Jones. Ball goes up. Kevin McIntosh challenging. Evelson not even playing the ball. I think it's a good call from the referee.
Substitutes left available for Cameron Knowles: Jack Barmby, Carlos Anguiano, Jimmy Mulligan, Josh Phillips, and Alex Mangles, the goalkeeper.
A big concern in the middle of the pitch here from T2. Renzo Zambrano Lewis just dropping a little bit too far in. There's no pressure on the ball in the middle of the pitch. And these midfielders for OCSC are just able to play kind of at will. You want to see somebody from T2's front four get back and defend a little bit.
Stay up to date with all the best from social media around the USL by watching Off the Post with Kelsey Steele every Friday evening on the USL's social media channels. Konechny tries to shield Powder from the ball and spin him, but too much on that one. And it goes out to touch, and we'll see quickly the second substitution for Orange County, as it will be Mats Bjurman coming off and Giovanni Ramos-Godoy coming on, the 2017 Big West Offensive Player of the Year for UC Irvine. Scored 13 goals a season ago in college. The Watsonville, California native.
And for Mats Bjurman, a wonderful game from him. Really, he played a role in both of those goals, with the dummy on the first goal for Enevoldsen on the second goal, with the first chance on goal before Cornali finishes off. And you know, obviously, when you focus on players like Seaton and Enevoldsen, players like Mats Bjurman need to come up big, and he did tonight for OCSC.
And leaves the leg in, takes down Lewis, who's trying to steal that one away. And Enevoldsen, Quinn, Chaplow to Powder. Powder will send the cross in, and what a goal by USL's leading goal scorer, Thomas Enevoldsen. And Orange County back in front in the 85th.
Well, this guy just can't stop scoring goals. And as this ball gets floated into the box, you're thinking there is really no way he's going to get on the end of this, because Janama, I think, is marking him pretty well. He just loses his footing at the very end, and it's a very good finish there from Enevoldsen. Gets it with the outside right of his foot and just hits it to that far post. But what an important goal that is for Orange County.
Certainly have to imagine the week in USL this week. What a finish from the leading goal scorer in USL. And now just 4.5 minutes plus stoppage time left for T2.
I think he was feeling the heat from Foster Langsdorf there. He's saying, you know what, you're coming up behind me? Nope, I don't think so. We got to come back with a goal. And What a great goal that is from him. And we haven't seen, it's so funny, he's got 2 goals in the night. We haven't seen a whole lot of Enev Olsson.
Here's Jeremy Ebobisse, plays a cross in too far out in front of Langsdorff, out to touch.
And what I mean by that, we haven't seen a whole lot of him in terms of the build-up play. And he's gotten his chances, and he's taken them so well. That's why he's been such a good goal scorer in this USL season.
Batista on the far side, defended by Amico. Tries to work his way around Amico, cuts it back on his unfavored right foot, sends it in. Header won by Powder, and eventually cleared by Chaplow out to Seton. And Orange County in full bunkering mode here. Loria has Batista to the outside, will use him. Batista, first time cross in on the ground, finds Ebobisse, saved by Lopez.
Well, Loria and Batista just really doing a nice job of combining on this wing here. Loria playing it off to Batista there on the run, gets a nice ball across the box, and then the finish just isn't there for Ebobisse. He does a nice job, though, to keep that ball low. Nice save there from the goalkeeper.
For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Third and final substitution ready to come in for Portland. It will be Jack Barmby who will come on. And we will see Jack Barmby come on before we restart play. So it will be Barmby on, Nathan Smith off. So Cameron Knowles going for it here, as you would expect, in the final 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time. And outside back off for an attacking midfielder. Quinn, defended by Zambrano, out wide to Jones. He's got 2 options in the box. Batista does well to block the clearance, then does give up a corner kick. The USL will surpass 2 million in total attendance this week, maintaining a record pace in the stands for the league's modern era. The league and its teams would like to thank you, the fans, and the rising support you have provided over the course of the season as we head toward the 2018 USL Cup playoffs. So Darwin Jones, the player being removed all the way on the far side of the field, so you know he'll take his time on the walkover. And Mark Segbers, the 22-year-old St. Louis, Missouri native who's on loan from New England Revolution, will come on in his place.
And Jones has had a really good night. Just going back a 1v1 on the sideline against Batista, creating some very dangerous chances.
Corner taken short. Batista does well to win it. Will work to clear it out to Langsdorff, who does well to keep possession. Now to Barmby. T2 quickly coming the other direction on the counter. Now out wide. Picked up there on the far side. Cut back once. Played back to Loria. Loria, prep touch, sends it into the box. Langsdorff gets ahead to it, can't steer it back towards the net. Hit up in the air and controlled down with a chest by Ebobisse. Cleared away to Ornstill.
T2's got a really tall task here, just getting in, trying to get an opportunity here in these final minutes against this OCSC team who's just going to bunker in, make it very difficult for them to find anything in front of goal.
Konechny gets around Seton once, then plays behind Loria. And Evelson picks it up, back into space for Powder. Powder just clears into the Timbers defensive half. We've reached stoppage time. We'll play 4 minutes. That's what is left for Portland to find an equalizer for a 3rd consecutive time tonight. They've fallen behind on 3 separate occasions. Do they have it in them to answer back once again? Bad giveaway. And here comes Michael Seton with speed. Lewis back to defend along with a couple other T2 defenders. Seton, back heel pass. He receives it once again, takes the shot, not much on it though. And McIntosh collects.
Good recovery there from that T2 defense.
Powder in front of pressure from Abobasi, plays back to Lopez. Now out to Amico. To Cronale, who scored the second goal for Orange County tonight. 3 minutes left of the added 4 at the discretion of Farhad Dodko. Ramos Godoy works his way around Konechny into space. Now to Enevoldson. Well out in front of him, and McIntosh is there. Maybe a couple more opportunities for T2 to find an equalizer. Central for Abobasi, who controls off the chest. He picks out Konechny. Dribbling central, will play square to Loria. Loria has Batista on the outside. Instead will spin, play back central for Abobasi. Abobasi in front of Chaplow will shoot. And it did take a deflection, so T2 have a corner kick, their 6th of the night, here in the 92nd minute as we cross into the 93rd.
Yeah, time to throw everything and the kitchen sink at this OCSC defense. Good opportunity here for Jack Barber to give him something.
Here comes the ball in towards the back post. Header won by Portland, can't steer it on frame, and then as it came back across, it was Loria with his unfavored right foot who tried to spin it back in front of Lopez's net.
And Barmby able to find Ornstill there on the back post, who just redirects it looks like, and nobody there on that back post to get it. Really unfortunate for T2 not to get something more out of that chance.
Minute and a half left at the discretion of Farhad Dodko. Lopez taking his time with a goal kick. He will punt it over midfield. Seton fouls Dizpay. Portland will restart. Quickly taken to Konechny. Konechny, hard challenge comes in from Seton. Konechny remains down as we cross into the 94th minute. Seton, safe to say, not disappointed that Konechny needed to stay down for a moment. Certainly sporting to say, hope you're okay. But with where we stand currently in the match, happy to burn a few more seconds off. To Lewis. Lewis central for Konechny, defended by Chaplow. Back to Lewis. Konechny knocked off his feet once again. Long switch over to the near side to Barmby. Barmby has a chance to curl it in with his left foot if he wants. He's trying to do that. Ramos Godoy does well until it's floated in towards the back post, cleared away. Ornstill wins the header, but it's straight to Chaplow, who puts it straight up in the air. We're at the 4-minute mark. Will we see any additional time? One ball in. This is it for Portland. Langsdorff wins the header and cleared away by Powder, and there's the final whistle. Orange County has come to Portland and gotten 3 points. Taking the lead 3 separate occasions, giving it up twice. But Orange County moves to 15-6-5 on 50 points on the season. Meanwhile, Portland Timbers too fall to 13-11-3 and miss out on a golden opportunity to jump into 3rd place in the Western Conference had they been able to get the 3 points tonight. Well, it certainly lived up to the billing, Nat. We saw 5 goals, back and forth action from these two sides, and it was really entertaining stuff throughout the course of the 90 minutes.
Yeah, it certainly was, and we saw earlier in the game, OCSC. But then you saw T2 with a good response, and then they were able to finish out the half with a goal. Second half, ton of energy from T2. They were definitely, in the game certainly, but just too much from OCSC, just showing their quality as this game moved on. And then they have Enevoldson, who is he's a finisher. He's been scoring goals the whole season. You can see why. He just has great movement. He's got a great final touch, and he did it for his team tonight to get the result. Good 3 points from this OCSC team.
Well, with 5 goals, should be fun to look back at the highlights from this one, so let's do it. And as we get things started, it was a 9th-minute goal from that man you were looking at right there that opened the scoring.
And Bierman with the dummy there, and Volson just with a nice finish there. Nothing that Kendall McIntosh can do. I think he gets screened here, can't see it. Nice finish there, 1-0.
And then it was a near opportunity for Michael Seton and an impressive save by McIntosh.
Yeah, great save here from McIntosh. Michael Seton with an uncontested header.
And then it was Lucas Milano who nearly equalized.
Great ball from Renzo Zambrano into the box. He should do better, Lucas Milano.
Foster Langsdorff had an opportunity to level the tally.
Yeah, Foster Langsdorff will want that one back. Should get that one on net. It's a great ball from Marvin Loria into the box. He does such a good job to get on the end of that.
Finally, after some lazy play out of the back by Orange County, it was Tomas Konechny who opened his T2 account.
Yeah, and it's a good final finish there from Konechny. Gets a little bit fortunate on the redirection there, and look how Foster Langsdorff just commits both defenders for him to get the opportunity on goal for Konechny.
So we went to the break all square at 1 as T2 scored right before the half, as you see there in the 44th minute. And as we move to action in the second half, it was Portland with an early opportunity.
Yeah, Loria was just driving at that back line. He's able to dish it off here to Langsdorff, who's not able to get the ball on that. He's looking for the little chip back post, just doesn't come off, but Loria was very dangerous in the second half.
It was a first 10 minutes of the second half that was dominated by Portland, but then it was Orange County that got the first goal.
Yeah, and Bjurman with the initial hit there, and McIntosh with a great save, but it's not enough as Corneli's able to come in and finish things off, put the ball in the back of the net.
So that made it 2-1. Portland was once again chasing the match and wondering where the goal was going to come from. Marvin Loria nearly found the back of the net, if not for Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez with a fantastic save here. Loria with a nice job getting the ball up and over that wall, but doesn't come off.
And then it was Foster Langsdorff with a guided header.
And I absolutely love that replay there. Foster Langsdorff, Renzo Zambrano with a good pass. Langsdorff with a nice finish there. Far post, you're thinking 2-2. This could be a good opportunity for T2.
But then it was USL's leading goal scorer who did it once again.
Yeah, and then Batista, you see there slips on that far post. He's unfortunate, and Enevoldsen's not going to miss from there, is he?
That made it 3-2, and that is how we would finish as Thomas and Enevoldsen picks up a pair of goals, a brace here in Portland, and it leads us to our match stats from this evening. As you see, Orange County with the better of the possession. T2 outshot Orange County, but as we know this year, that's not necessarily something that's benefited them, and it didn't here this evening.
No, it certainly didn't, and you just see OCSC's quality, especially in the box. They're just able to finish off the opportunities they get, and that's why they're so high up in the league, and that's why they've been able to score so many goals with both Seton and Enevoldsen on the end of things. But for T2, I think it was a good response coming out in the second half, and I think it's something that they can build on. It's a good performance overall from them.
So Portland falls here this evening, now 7-7 at home on the year. No draws here either at Merlo Field or Providence Park this season. Both teams will play home matches coming up. It'll be Orange County August 25th against RGV Toros back at home, and then Portland Timbers 2 back at Providence Park on September 1st against St. Louis FC. 7 matches left for Portland Timbers 2 to clinch their spot in the playoffs. It'll be a fun chase down the stretch of the season. For our entire broadcast team and my broadcast partner, Nat Borchers, I'm Fletcher Johnson. Thanks for joining us this evening. Orange County emerges victorious 3-2 over Portland Timbers 2.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.